and welcome to this album with me, William Hann. Normally, it's the podcast where each episode a guest and I would deep dive an album of their choice, but this is not an ordinary episode. It's return guest / co-host. I'm calling you co-host now, John.
Oh, I like that. That's
John
nice.
Harbison.
If it fits, I'll wear it. Absolutely.
Welcome back, John.
Thank you very much.
How did you enjoy your previous experiences on this podcast?
I really enjoyed it. I thought it was great. It was pre-Christmas, wasn't it? So we were talking about. Well, I got a chance to listen to a load of albums from last year, which was great, and I think it was nice for me to play catch up with some of the ones I wanted to listen to, and hear a lot of the ones that you'd listened to as well.
Sure.
So it was great between us. We covered a lot of ground,
and we had some laughs.
And we had some laughs.
We had some laughs,
and we shared them with the good people of the internet. And then we started talking about Christmas as well, which was great. It's always nice to feel Christmassy. And now Easter is approaching, so it seems like are we going to be back here for I don't know, what other Hanukkah, yeah.
No, we're festive people. We love a religious ceremony, don't we, John?
Absolutely, we do.
What's your favourite religious ceremony, John?
I don't know. Burning an effigy, I'd say. Probably.
It's a classic, isn't it?
Yeah,
I'm banging to that.
Love burning an effigy.
It's up there. One of the big three, definitely. But no, it was great. I really enjoyed those episodes, John. You were amazing on those, and there was a lot of very positive feedback. And there's been a lot of people that have asked, when's John coming back on the podcast?
Oh, that's kind.
And even Helen, when she was on the podcast last month, she was like, I listened to John's episodes on the way up here. Bloody hell, Bill. I feel the pressure now. It was so funny together, you two. You're so funny together.
Oh, Helen was great as well. It was
she was great
to see Helen on
yeah,
this.
yeah.
Brilliant. Yeah, no, it's really good. Nice to be you digging all the old faces out of the...
Pulling arrow faces out of hats.
Faces, yeah. But it's great. We all sort of came up together, and we were all massive music fans, so it only makes sense to me.
It only makes sense, doesn't it? So, an honour and a pleasure and a privilege to have you back and give you a platform to chat shit. And I say give you a platform, John. I think really, what's going to happen today? I've had a mega month. Yeah. I have had a mega month. So I'm basically using you as a vehicle to talk at. Now, you are one of the funniest people I know.
Oh, stop
One of the most engaging talkers.
Yeah.
John, you're listening to that. I'm talking
that's okay
at
with
you.
me. That's okay with me. I hope that your new neighbours are pleased that bloody podcasters have moved in next door.
It could be worse. It could be a saxophone player or something, couldn't it?
Saxophone player.
No one needs that.
Absolutely. So, yeah, what's your month? What have you been up to?
John, it's been a mega month, man.
Yeah?
It's been a mega month. I genuinely think I've had the best month of live music in my life.
Good Lord, that's a big statement.
It's been mad. There's been iconic figures from the 70s. There has been a band that will be considered iconic 70 years from now.
Yeah, sure.
There's been overweight Scandinavians with back problems. John, I've had it all.
Wow, fantastic.
I've had it all. Again, the big three.
The big three, absolutely. Yeah. Tell us more, Bill.
Yeah, okay. That's good podcast in there, John.
Thanks, mate.
Hey, tell us more. Really good stuff there. You can tell you've been on the podcast 3 times now.
Yeah.
No, so I guess it all started at most people's least favourite venue in London, Ali Pali.
Oh, yeah.
I actually really like it.
I like it once I'm up there.
Yes.
It's the getting up there and getting back from getting anywhere else from there. Usually when I've left Ali Pali, I wake up a few hours. I wake up in my bed the next morning and think, how the hell did I get home from Ali Pali? How did that happen?
Well, I found a hack, John.
What is that?
It's called
roll down the hill.
No, it's called driving there and not drinking.
Oh, wow, Jesus Christ!
I know, big ask.
That's a big
ask.
Yeah,
but as you know, we're in my flat right now. We should probably mention actually.
Yeah,
we're not at the Cumberland for once.
No.
We are at my new flat. And I live in northwest London. Lovely
really
flat.
Nice. They're paying these podcasters way too much. They're not paying him at all, actually. No, please pay him for something.
The nepotism of my wife's successful career, I think, is paying for this bricks and mortar.
He's a kept man.
I'm a kept man. And so I live in northwest London, and I think by public transport it'd probably take me about an hour and a half to get to Ali Pali, and that's not an exaggeration.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I can drive there in 25 minutes, John.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty good. Now, which gig was this? I think I know which gig this was.
This was Viagra Boys and Getdown Services.
Looked like a good gig.
Friday night at Ali Pali.
That's a big banger.
Please.
Yeah,
it's a big one.
That was definitely one of those shows, and I think, in fact, all of the shows you're going to describe today are those shows that I watched on social media, and was like, I missed that one. Bollocks. Yeah. Unfortunately, as your viewers may remember from last time, I do work full time for the National Health Service, so I do often miss out on a lot of these big ones. But I make up my time at festivals over the summer. Sure. And I think I've seen Viagra Boys before. They're amazing, as I said on the last pod. And Getdown Services I've seen a couple of times. Amazing. I've never seen them on a stage that big. What was it like?
Honestly, amazing. Unsurprisingly. It was one thing that's quite interesting, actually. There's quite a lot of women there. And I think, like, they're one of those sort of punk bands where it feels almost like a safe space for women. And because they're not cunts.
Which all fucking bands should be.
Yeah, well, of course.
If you're watching bands.
But it was quite noticeable. And they're a lot more political than maybe I realised. A lot of Free Palestine talk, which of course we always like to see. And a lot of talking about, American politics and British politics. And I didn't quite realise how quite political they are. So that was really good to see. And that was straight away you think, okay, it's a cunt-free zone here.
Yeah, that's it.
And but yeah, Getdown Services was supporting, and obviously for them, that's the biggest gig of their lives so far.
For sure. Yeah,
the room was packed by the time
that's
they were
a long
on.
way from the half-painted venue that I saw them in on Hackney High Street about 3 or 4 years ago now. So that's it's nice to see.
Go back to John's previous podcast appearance to hear more about that.
But yeah, so the meteoric rise that they've had is fantastic. I think because there's only 2 of them as well, they can be quite nimble. They can just go off and play. They've just been everywhere, selling out shows up and down the country.
Yeah.
It's great to see them. Two blokes with their shirt off from Bristol.
You don't see that enough, do you?
You don't see that enough. And personally, I'm feeling quite body positive about those 2. They're really helping out a man of my stature.
Thank you, Getdown Services.
Thank you, Getdown Services.
Appreciate
you. Have made me feel brave.
But no, they were phenomenal, man. I remember at one point I was there with my mate Simon, and I would sort of talk about this band, Getdown Services. You've got to watch them. You've got to check them out. They're amazing. And about two songs in, he goes, Bill, I thought this would be like an indie band. What is this? This is fucking brilliant.
I will admit, the first time I saw them, I was with Louis, and we just. I think I did briefly mention it in the last podcast, but I don't think I said I didn't get it. First of all, I don't know if I said that. I think first of all I was like, "What is this? I don't understand what's going on." It's just I felt like it was karaoke. Like,
a lot of part of it was.
and then by the end of the set, I was like, this is amazing. This is great. No, I sort of relaxed into. When you first see that, right? These 2 blokes have got their shirt off. They're playing these sort of quite repetitive but quite fun, sort of almost status quo-y riffs.
They kept calling the audience fucking shit as well.
Did they?
Yeah. When they sort of make noise at some point, you're fucking shit. But like, they're so like likable when they do it. They're so charming, and like on paper they should be extremely unlikable.
Yes,
but they're not.
Yeah, I think that probably goes the same for the headliners as well. They were as I said before, they scare the life out of me. The guys from Viagra Boys, they are genuinely quite scary people in real life.
I don't want them on the podcast, John.
No,
I don't want. I'm not nearly good enough for that.
No, he'd probably put a cigarette out on you.
He'd eat me alive.
Yeah, absolutely. It's quite scary. I bumped into him at South by, and scary guy.
Oh yeah, you blew it, didn't you?
Yeah, I tried to say hello, and he did not respond well to that for some reason. He just got off stage. He was talking to someone else. And I butted in and was like, "Hi, how you doing? That was a great gig." Yeah,
I know, mate.
Yeah, he's like, "Yeah, cool." Just threw his fag at my feet, and I was like, "Okay, right, time to go."
Blew it.
That went well.
Yeah.
That was a good one. But the show was amazing. So yeah, that was cool. And I'm gutted I didn't get to see them at Ali Pali.
It was big. It was big. So I pretty opened with Man and Meat, I think it was, and then as soon as something goes, "I think they're gonna make it. I think they're gonna make it. I've been in hospital all fucking day. I've had 25 massages. My spine is nearly broken. I'm not joking. I am in considerable amounts of pain and painkillers right now. I've been getting injections into my spine," and like he's literally like putting his body through it.
Wow.
And it's funny because when I saw him in Primavera, probably about 3 years ago, he opened almost identically to that same. I think they're make it. I think they're make it. I've been dehydrated. I've been sunburnt. I've been in the hospital all day. I'm thinking
it's nice. It creates some it creates a little bit of jeopardy there, which I quite like. Is he going to make it?
Is he going to
make it? I don't know.
He did make it.
He made it.
But the thing is, it wasn't an act. He was like in serious trouble.
My goodness me.
But it's the biggest show of his life. He kept saying it, he goes, "It's fucking typical Viagra Boys. Biggest night of my life. I can barely fucking move." But yeah.
Fantastic. I love it.
And I remember about like 8 or 9 songs in, mate Simon's gone to me, "Bill, every song so far is 10 out of 10.
Yeah, they're all. So had Simon not seen them before?
I think he'd seen them on TV before and stuff.
Right.
But
So that was a real treat for him.
Yeah. Big
Fantastic.
time,
Wow,
big
good
time.
stuff.
Because I think they're probably, 3-4 albums in now, aren't they?
Yeah, they must be.
So
Yeah,
it's a really strong best of now.
Oh, well, I'm jealous. I'm almost jealous of Simon, never having seen them before, to dive straight into that. That's
also,
great.
another thing worth mentioning actually is well fun. Even between the bands, they had a kiss cam going on.
Oh, great.
And they were playing Speed Garage. It's like, fucking
I love
yes. And the
that.
crowd is fucking up for
that.
it.
Fantastic.
And then the camera would go around. For the most part, it was blokes kissing
Yeah.
blokes, you know what I mean? It was like, just, it was people like necking beers on the camera and
Excellent.
stuff. So
Did you make it onto the kiss cam?
Put it this way, John. I don't have the camera to stop me.
Great.
Was the camera on me? No. Did I kiss? You better believe it. So consensual, of course.
Of course.
And but yeah, honestly, it's created like a great atmosphere before they even got on stage.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of money spent on the show of it all. Huge
Big production,
screens in there, and
high value
massive production.
yeah.
So they smashed it.
I remember seeing Tame Impala at Ali Pali some years ago, and without the production, it's quite a sparse room. And obviously Tame Impala had the production, so it was all good. And I was suitably lubricated, shall we say. So I've thoroughly enjoyed it. But, it is... You kind of have to, once you get up to that level, you got to
spend some money,
put
boys.
the money in.
Yeah,
You got to
yeah.
put the money in. But yeah, and I'm glad to hear that it was a good crowd, because I remember when Idols played Ali Pali some years ago, I was talking to Steve Lamacq actually on Six Music, and he went to the show, and I said to him, oh, how was it? He was like, yeah, it was good, but there were a lot of dickheads in the crowd, and I was like, oh, well, that's a shame to hear. He goes, yeah, but I've found this over the years that once you get up to that level,
that's right.
A portion of the population are dickheads.
Yeah.
Shame to say,
Well, the normies start coming in, didn't they?
Well, yeah,
Civilians
that's it.
start coming in, as opposed to the cool kids or whatever.
So I think to hear that wasn't the case is great, and long may it continue.
Long may it continue.
But yeah, they've got a busy summer ahead. I think
They just got announced yesterday for Reading, actually.
Oh, did they? Oh, great.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
cool.
it'd be curious, 'cause I saw them at Reading about 2 years ago, and they played the small, what was the Carling stage in our day.
Oh, yeah.
And saw them there, and it's quite funny. He goes, we're Viagra Boys. We're so fucking happy to be here. We're playing the exact same slot, the exact same tent, the exact same time of day as we did 3 years ago. But I'm very grateful you're here. But I think that was before the album come out.
Yeah.
The most recent one. So I guess I'd be keen to see where they play, actually. And obviously,
Yeah.
I don't think they're like a young person's band, right? They are like a generation
I think
above the average.
probably our age. Yeah, I would say.
I think so. I think
or
we're the...
maybe sort of mid-20s to mid-30s and whatever the hell we are.
But my point being, not the Reading audience.
Not the
you know what I
Reading
mean?
audience,
Not the 16-year-olds.
which is like 16-year-olds. Yeah,
So I'd be
definitely,
really curious where they play and how they get on there.
Yeah, I think. I mean, it should. I'm sure they'll smash it. Absolutely. I mean, there's a few were announced yesterday, weren't they? We had Westside Cowboy.
Yeah,
we had who else was on there? A band called Tooth, a band called The North, who I love, who played for me at the Notting Hill Arts Club a few years ago, and that was brilliant. And you see a band in a small venue, you're like that's gonna fly, and now they're on Reading. It's just great to see that growth,
The trajectory. Love
indeed.
to see it. But yeah, we spoke about it last time, but that Reading lineup is stacked.
It's looking good.
It's a
Yeah.
good
So you
lineup.
thinking the Friday is the best day for you?
And there's no doubt about it, man.
Yeah.
Fontaines, Skepta, Charlie XCX, Geese. Fuck, man.
Oh yeah. Talking of Geese, what else have you done this week?
Well, should we do this chronologically? I think we should do this chronologically, and there's a reason why.
Okay.
Because one of the other reasons, other than just convenience of
Okay.
being sober at Viagra Boys.
Oh.
Well, I like a little tease there. Oh, I saw Geese. Don't worry, guys. We'll get to that.
Yeah,
Keep
so
listening.
don't worry, the Geese are coming.
Keep listening. So, it's one of the other reasons I was sober was because I had an early flight the next morning after Viagra Boys.
Mm-hmm.
So I was up at fucking 5 a.m. or whatever to catch a flight. Let's not do that on a Viagra Boys hangover.
No, that's
Let's
wise.
do that
Okay,
sober.
that's weird.
right?
Okay, so I'm pleased to hear that.
Yeah.
Because when you said you drove, I was like, you getting the? I'm not saying you need alcohol to get the full experience, but
I love 5 pints and Scandinavian punk.
Who doesn't love 5
Come
pints of
on.
Scandinavian punk? So I'm pleased to hear that there was a method to your madness.
There was a method. So, went to Amsterdam, John.
Oh.
And I was there for a work conference for 2 days, but I had 2 days to myself there as well.
Okay.
Have you ever travelled solo, John? You ever spent a few days in the city on your own?
I have, yeah, but mostly around festivals. So you're never really on your own at a festival. I quite like it. It's kind of fun. So a little bit of solo travel. I've only done it like that a couple of days here and there.
That's my first real time doing it. I love a day to myself, day around London or whatever. I could fucking do it.
Oh yeah,
I love it. I've done this every week. I walked for about fucking 5 hours and went around London. It was great.
Yeah.
So I went to Amsterdam on my own, and I arrived and I had the best of intentions of running like a 30k run or something. 'Cause I'm doing the marathon soon.
Oh wow, what are you? Wow.
Put it this way, John. That 12 p.m. Guinness was really, really lovely.
Oh,
the run didn't happen, John.
The run didn't happen. Yeah, it's tricky.
It's tricky, but pints are delicious.
Yeah.
But point being, so I was there on my own for the day. And it was pretty boring. Just like, you basically have a 12 p.m. Guinness, I'm sat on some square, I'm scrolling Instagram, enjoying a gorgeous Guinness.
Yeah.
And I finished that drink and I was like, well, I guess I'll just go and stare at my phone somewhere else and drink a Guinness.
Yeah. That is the thing. If we...
Because what do you do? I wasn't interested in making friends there. You know what I mean?
Things to do in Amsterdam, and the top answer isn't stare at your phone drinking Guinness. But by the time you've looked through it all, you're like, oh god, 3 hours have passed, and I'm 6 pints deep.
Yeah. But that's basically what happened. I'd sort of go to like a cool bar in Amsterdam, whatever.
Yeah.
And I go to the next bar and I go, oh, okay, I'm here now. And enjoy the walk, whatever. Listen to a podcast. Listen to music, whatever.
Yeah.
I get there, I go, well, I guess I'll just have a Heineken and stare at my phone somewhere else.
You got the full
pretty
tour.
boring.
Yeah.
But there's a reason I went there today early. That's because there was a band playing Paradiso in Amsterdam.
Nice.
You've been to Paradiso before?
I've never been to Paradiso. Do you know what?
Class.
I've been to Rotterdam about 4 or 5 times. I've never been to Amsterdam.
Have you not? That's unusual.
I know.
Odd fella, aren't you?
Most people go to Amsterdam. Yeah, I know. But it's only the only reason I've been to Rotterdam loads is because I've got some good friends that run a brilliant festival there called Left of the Dial, which I'll come on to later. Every time I've gone to Holland, it's always been to Netherlands. It's always been there to that festival and to Rotterdam and around there. And actually, I tell you, I did go to Eurosonic, which was in Groningen, but again. No, I went through Amsterdam, didn't stop. So, never been.
Let me tell you, John, what a city. What a city.
Fantastic.
But no, we went to Paradiso. It's an amazing venue. I was there last year to see the Libertine. I had a great time. And the idea was I'd go early if there was a decent-ish band playing that night in Amsterdam. And it was Maximo Park, supported by Art Brut.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty good.
That's worth going out the house for, I think. So I'm not a big Maximo Park guy, but like enough to go, fuck it. I'll go and watch a bit of that. I mean, I love Maximo Park. I'll definitely go and see them, and especially with Art Brut as well. Yeah, 100%. No, that's a good. That's a great good night out, right?
I'm surprised that Art Brut and Maximo Park and the Libertines. That works in Holland. I kind of in my head always had them down. Certainly Art Brut as sort of a UK.
They're very UK. I'd be more specific. I'd say very London.
Yeah, well, that's it.
But there isn't based in Germany for years now, Eddie. Yeah.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's based in Berlin. But it was great because they were both doing their first albums in full. So Art Brut was purely the first album.
Now that's you can go
you know what I mean?
that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So Art Brut first album, 30-minute set, wallop, no fluff, no filler.
You would have been teenagers when that first came out, right? Or you would have been maybe 20. I was like 17.
I think it's about 2004 it came out. So,
I remember it coming out like formative years and being like, oh wow, this is different. So Maximo Park was really sort of.
That was like 06. Maybe 05 or 06.
It was really. I remember it packing a punch when that first came out. You'd not really heard anything like that before.
I haven't really. I can't quite put my finger on that band actually. They're quite a unique band, I think, Maximo Park and Art Brut.
Yeah,
but yeah,
Art Brut and Maximo Park together. That's a
good night out. Good night out. Friday, Saturday night in Amsterdam.
And then Libertines headlining.
That was a different night. That was last year. Sorry,
I see.
Libertines the year before.
Sorry, right, got you.
So, but yeah, it was really great. That was fun, and finished on Going Missing, Maximo Park. And honest, that is a hell of a song, John. Hell of a song. Mm-hmm. So it's first album in full, a few bonus tracks, and then saved Going Missing till the end. And successful night. Then I had 2 days of work conference, and then I had an extra night in Amsterdam afterwards.
Yeah.
Which I wasn't planning to have, but before I booked my flights, the day I was planning to book my flights, a certain band announced a pretty last-minute show in Amsterdam.
Oh, dear. Who was that, Bill?
Get your W's out. Woo Life, baby.
Oh, yeah, your old pals Woo Life.
My old pals. And yours.
And mine.
Our pals.
Our pals. Yeah.
But no, they played a tiny little venue in Amsterdam, and I was like, well, I'm staying on in Amsterdam for an extra fucking night.
Yeah.
And it was class, yeah. There's hope. Well, we were scheduled to have him on the podcast that day, actually. It didn't quite end up happening. But
oh, really? Were you going to get him on?
Yeah, we're doing it next month instead. But,
fantastic. You heard it here first, kids.
Yeah. Yes, you did.
Yeah.
You heard it here first.
You heard it here first.
And it was amazing. It was really, really great. Played a load of new songs. And I did make some friends that night, actually. That was nice. So,
that's nice.
Hi, guys, if you're listening.
There you go.
It's lovely meeting you.
Yeah.
They were really cool, actually. And yeah, it was an amazing show, tiny room, and had a lovely time.
Fantastic.
And then it's a good month so far, right? That's 3 really good shows in the space of 5 days.
Yeah.
Big week,
That's
right?
a big week
That's
for
a
Bill.
big week. And the week after, I was on a massive run. Sunday morning.
What are we talking?
That was like a 25K.
25K run, Bill.
Yeah. It's a big run. And I ran past, I was running through Hammersmith, joined the river, and run along the river. And as I've gone past Hammersmith Apollo, I noticed like 5 big trucks. And I thought, oh, that seems like quite a lot of trucks for Hammersmith Apollo. I'm not sure how many trucks you need for Hammersmith Apollo, but 5 seemed a lot.
Yeah.
And I thought, I wonder who's playing there. And I thought, maybe it's like the Foo Fighters doing another secret show or something, because that's the band that would need 5 trucks, I guess.
Yeah.
And then as I got round...
Band.
A 5-truck band.
It's a 5-truck band.
5-truck band. That's a... What other 5-truck
What
bands?
are the 5-truck bands? What would you say?
Metallica.
Metallica. That's a 5-truck band. Yeah.
Anyway, it could be here for a while. But yeah, I saw as I got round, David Byrne was playing there. And I was like, oh, fuck.
David Byrne. Yeah, well, I mean, I mean, all those backing singers, everyone else in the background.
It's a big show.
It's a big. They all
big
need
show.
a truck.
5-truck band.
He probably needs his own truck.
He needs his own truck.
Yeah.
And as I was going, God, that'd be amazing. I really wish I was going to that. And I got caught in like a little daydream of like, he loves to cycle, doesn't he, David Byrne?
Does he?
He loves to cycle.
Does he? I didn't know that.
Big cycle guy.
I mean, he seems like a cycler.
Big cycle energy.
He seems like a cyclist.
5 trucks, 1 bicycle.
Cyclist, yeah.
And yeah, I had a little daydream as I was running of like, oh, imagine, wouldn't it be funny if I just sort of bumped into David Byrne? And he was like, I got chatting. I was like, oh, David, big fan. I see you got the show tonight.
Yeah.
And imagine he put me on the guest list.
Yeah,
thought,
yeah.
Wouldn't that be funny? Half an hour later, I've looked at my phone. William, what are you up to tonight? I've got a spare ticket for David Byrne with your name all over it.
So, who was that?
Don't want to say I manifested it, John.
You manifested it. You did.
I'm starting to believe in it.
Was it David Byrne himself that texted you off his bike? Was it? Was that what happened?
Are you that fucking dickhead that keeps running past the Hammersmith Apollo all day? But no, it's a friend of mine called Jordan who hosts a podcast called The Music That Made Me. He invited me on his podcast a couple of months ago.
Big up
and
yourself,
I guess
Jordan.
it's the network inside of podcasting.
Oh,
really
look at that.
off. So I had a really, really lovely time. And Jordan, thank you very much for hooking me up. I had a fantastic experience, and it's like it was definitely like the best show I've ever been to in my life.
Really, yeah. God, you've literally hit all the big bangers this year already, Bill. I'm very impressed.
There's not much year left for me, I don't think, John. I'm
no,
squeezing a lot of fun into 1 month.
You could go to sleep now and wake up at Christmas and be happy.
Yeah, well, I'm always happy, John. Happy to see you. And yeah, I mean, honestly, really, really incredible show. Just amazing. I'm seeing him again actually in July in Halifax.
Oh,
David
nice.
Byrne. So that's going to be really
cool.
special.
I'm thinking about trying to get up to Latitude to see him.
That'd be phenomenal.
There.
I mean, to see that at a festival, the way that show's done, I'm sure people have seen it on Instagram and stuff, but like the way that show is done, it's quite minimalist and maximalist at the same time, where they're doing like not difficult dance moves, but it's so unbelievably creatively choreographed, and beautifully shot and designed and stuff. I've never seen anything like it.
I've never seen him live. I'd love to. I read his book, How Music Works.
That's right,
a few years back. Yeah, that was great. So I've always been, and you know, obviously I love his music with Talking Heads. But never managed to see him. A good friend of mine, Louis, managed to see him a few years ago when he did the South Bank Centre.
Okay.
And said it was absolutely mind blowing.
Yeah.
So he's been on my list, but yeah, unfortunately, I'm again the NHS.
This is the year, John.
The NHS had me. This time, so
they had other ideas.
Yeah, they had other ideas. So hopefully this year I'll manage to catch him at a festival or. Well, it have to be a festival now, I think. But yeah.
Well, you're more than welcome to come to Halifax with me and Jacko if you fancy it,
Well,
John.
yeah,
if the NHS allows.
I may well do, actually. That actually sounds like a good
day out.
good night out.
Very good crack.
Yeah.
So there was that, and there was the big one.
The big one.
The big one, We've already alluded to it. I saw Geese, John.
You saw Geese.
I'm a straight white man that watched Geese. It's good to let straight white guys
let them have something.
Let us
for
have
once.
the Yorks chord for a little while, if you don't mind.
Not for long, just for Geese. Then
Just
you can
for
fuck off.
Geese, yeah.
But that's good. Yeah, I only saw the videos. I was working.
But man, did they put that on the algorithm?
Yeah.
Very
It
heavy.
looked fantastic. Everyone was singing all the words. It was, it looked like a wonderful night for all involved. And I'm not too worried that I missed them because I'm pretty sure I'm going to see them this summer at something. Maybe Reading and Leeds, maybe something else. Who knows?
I would love to ask more questions about that, John.
I don't think you should.
I don't think I should. But let's just say something is happening.
Something is happening, I think.
And put it this way, quack. But no, it was unbelievable in there, John. Like that is one of the best shows I've been to. And well, it was a long time, but like that is one of the best shows I've ever been to. Like genuinely.
Yeah.
It was. They play.
You've
like they've been
spoiled
playing
yourself.
together. I know it's been a good month, and they genuinely play like they've been doing it for 30, 40, 50 years, and they like telepathic the way they communicate together. And they're not playing to a click track in the slightest. The sort of timing morphs and sort of mutates, and they read off each other's body language in a way I've never really seen before.
Wow.
It's amazing.
How old are they? They're like 22?
Babies, John.
Yeah,
he's
makes
23.
me sick.
At least he was 23 last year.
23.
Could be 24.
Could be 24. Who knows? Well, don't know when his birthday is. We'll find out.
And it was another one where the lighting and stuff was just amazing in there. They sort of came on in complete darkness.
Yeah.
And then, like, on the second song, when the moment, I can't remember what the second song was now, when it kicked in, the stage sort of lit up, and everyone just sort of, and there'd be like bursts of light through certain songs. And the second he was lit up, you could see the band again. There'd be like roars from the audience.
Shout out to whoever's doing the lights for Geese.
They smashed it. But the best thing they did, they had these sort of side lights where it projected like a silhouette of the band members on the sides of the walls.
That's quite cool.
It was so cool. And you know the sort of Matt Groening theory of like all Simpsons characters should be like detectable by silhouette alone.
Yeah.
Like you can tell comic book guy and Ned Flanders and Homer and Bart just
I
off
didn't
the
know
silhouette.
that theory, but I like that theory.
It's a good theory, right?
And would you say that...
That's what I'm getting at. All three of those front members of Geese, and drummer was different, they wasn't lit up, but like the other three, when they sort of project the silhouette on the side of the walls, it was like, well, that's clearly Emily and that's clearly Cameron. It was unbelievable. So this band are like cutting a silhouette that is like groundbreaking,
metaphorically and physically.
Quite literally.
Absolutely wonderful.
So yeah, it was a really, really, really special show.
That's great, man. I'm sickeningly jealous about all of these stories. So
it's been a good month. Rajiv was there. I saw Rajiv Korea.
Oh, Rajiv, what a good guy. I know my good friend Jamie Muir from Dork Magazine was there. He's at every gig. I have to introduce you to him once. You'll see him everywhere.
We shouldn't.
So I mean, every man and his dog was there. Yeah, I mean,
Every man and his goose.
Very good, very good. So he looked great. I'm very jealous, and I think I speak for everyone watching the podcast who wasn't there. Fuck you, Bill.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
You bastard.
Absolutely. It was a big one. I'm trying to think. Have I missed anything? I think that's quite a lot, isn't it?
That's a lot. That's a lot to take
So
in. I'm still processing it. Yeah. Don't tell me you went to another gig. Is that what you're now going to say?
I think if there's something I've missed. I don't think there is. I think that's enough, isn't it?
I
actually turned down a gig. Yeah, I've been to so many. I supposed to go to Merkage Dave, friend of the pod.
Marcus Dave. Yeah.
And I had to sort of just say no. I said, I'm all gigged out.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I had to sort of decline that one. Sorry, Dave. I was looking forward to that.
Next time.
And even Kate Nash. Yeah, Kate Nash was the same night. Helen was going to put me in the guest list for that. I was like, I just can't do it.
You can't do it.
I can't do it.
Busy boy.
First world problems. But enough about me, John. Tell me what's been happening.
I've not got anything as good as that, though. No,
I should have maybe saved it.
I don't think I could.
Later on the pod, shouldn't I, really?
No, so I mean, I've been to see some. I've only been to see some little bands. I saw a band who I've taken on called World News, who are great.
Yeah.
And I think they're going to go on to do really good things. That's why I'm going to manage them. I am managing them. They did a little underplay at Third Man Records. So
right. I've not watched a gig there before. The room's amazing, isn't it?
It's pretty cozy downstairs. Sure. It was quite warm, and it's cold. It was quite cold outside. So Sinead, my darling Sinead, came with me in a big fur coat. Came downstairs into a packed room, and it was so hot, bless her. I had to go and sit her in the back room because it was boiling in there. But it was a great show. They did great. They had loads of industry down there. They've actually managed to sell out the 100 Club on the 11th of April now. They've sold out their Manchester date. They've sold out the Bristol date. So it's all looking really good for them. Got a single coming out soon. I probably shouldn't have said that on the podcast, but we've done it now.
Said far more incriminating things already so far, John, I think.
Absolutely.
A band has a single coming out soon.
Shock!
Fucking
I
hell,
know,
John.
yeah, it's true. But yeah, so that was great. And and who else have I been to see?
Tell me about World News, though. For those that haven't heard them before, what's the vibe? What do they sound like?
Do you know what? It's very sort of like 80s twinge. There's a little bit of U2 in there at times. There's a little bit of who else would I say?
I hear a lot of the Verve in them.
Oh yeah, lots of the Verve. Yeah, lots of the Verve. Absolutely the Verve. Yeah. Simple Minds is what I was.
Right. Yeah, I hear that.
Yeah, but they're a really good band, and I think they've got 4.4 million streams on their top hit, so wow. It's growing really nicely, and 200,000 monthly listeners. So yeah, going really well. All happened from a viral moment. So they had a viral moment last year, which is quite interesting, using Spotify. So Spotify have this thing where they give you less royalties than they already
Less than zero?
So they give you slightly less royalties, but they boost your song.
Fucking
But it works. It worked for them.
And if you're listening Spotify,
it's a joke.
It's a comedy podcast and a music podcast.
That's it. But it worked for them. It worked. I mean, it's a positive success story. So they got 4.4 million streams, so that went really well. And and they're selling out shows across the UK, and Europe's looking pretty busy as well. Off to Amsterdam. Might actually get to go to Amsterdam.
There we go.
Finally. So in May. So yeah, it's good. And they're on the Great Escape, which I think we're going to talk about a little bit later on. So we just got an offer for that, so that's great. And hoping to pick up some other festivals throughout the summer. A band called Big Long Sun, who I'm also managing.
That's what my dad calls me.
Hey!
I used that joke last time.
You did use that joke last time.
It is a good joke, though.
I think, did you not cut it out last time?
Did I?
Yeah, maybe. I think we'll leave that one in this time, yeah?
We're keeping that one in. It's a good joke. But I should say it's Big Long Sun SUN, isn't it? Not SON.
SUN. So they're just took them on just end of last year. Took them to Left of the Dial Festival. That went great.
That's the one in Rotterdam, right?
That's the one in Rotterdam. Yeah. Then we've got I can actually say it now. I couldn't say it on the last pod. But they're playing Green Man, End of the Road, and Great Escape Festival, which I would say is probably the trifecta of cool when it comes to new music festivals in the UK. So really, really looking forward to all of those. Green Man specifically, because I've actually never been to End of the Road. I'm looking forward to going to End of the Road, but it was Green Man I've been a few times now. And it was great. Me and Sinead loved it last year. Not last year, year before. And I've got I've got a little. I've ordered. I just booked an Airbnb as soon as I got the offer. Booked an Airbnb in a little village nearby. Class. So I'm gonna do it. It's gonna be a classy one. I'm not gonna rough it for this one. I do. Don't get me wrong. I love getting down and dirty in the mud for a festival, but not for the Wales can be quite unforgiving when it's pissing it down with rain. Sure. So look at this. So they've got a great lineup as well. And there's another band I'm talking to called Casual Smart. So I've seen them as well. They're Welsh. And they're doing some great things. They're about to be announced for some cool support tours. They're on the Great Escape as well. And they're at Truck.
Oh, great.
So, I will be at Truck as well. So I'll see you there.
Hey. Keep on trucking, baby.
So I'll come along for that. And, looking forward to it. I haven't been to Truck for years. My sister absolutely loves it. I know you're a big fan as well.
Well, I went last year for the first time, but we came rolling back.
It's great, isn't it? I really think it's kind of filling a space that Reading once filled. Yeah. I mean, but it seems to have that. It's a lot more indie, I think. Whereas Reading
is the indie.
It's the indie, and
it's Radio X with a different name.
And I think obviously Reading is a lot more catering to. It caters a lot more to sort of the broader spectrum of the general public.
Yes.
Which as it should. The Truck Festival is very much a big indie fest.
Yes, certainly is. But I think more than like with Reading's, like it is aimed at 16-year-olds, whereas like Truck is a bit more multi-generational.
Yeah, I think so.
There is definitely a space there for 16, 18, 19-year-olds, whatever.
Yeah.
But it's also, the headliners are always millennial bands.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
You do get to sort of get that multi-generational
get a little
thing
bit of
there.
both, yeah. A bit best of both worlds, yeah, definitely.
Short journey up the A40.
Yeah, exactly. It's not even far, which is really nice.
Depending on where you live.
Well, that's true. Not
far from us.
Not far for us. I've only seen bands that I've been working with this month, really, so or these past few months, because it's just been quite a busy few months trying to get things going and set up for the year.
Okay, what albums have you listened to this month, John Harbison?
I've actually pre-ordered more albums than I've sort of been listening to new albums. Yeah, but I pre-ordered the albums. I'll start with those.
That's why you're such a good manager. You're so organised.
Sinead would not agree. But hopefully the bands do. But yeah, so I pre-ordered the album, Lime Garden's album. That's the album I'm most excited about, I'll be honest. I can't remember the last time I was this excited about an album. Every song I hear on it is an absolute banger. I saw them live. I had a band tour with them a couple of years ago. They were great then. I heard a couple of these songs in the set, I think. But it was a while ago. All Bad Parts is a single they've released so far. It's an indie dance floor banger already. So I pre-ordered that, really excited. A band called The Itch, who I bang on about all the time. I pre-ordered their album. I pre-ordered their album while sitting next to the drummer at their London gig when everyone else at the table was going, "Oh, we've just pre-ordered your album. Oh, it's great. We're really looking forward to it." And I was like, "Shit!" And very quickly pre-ordered it while I was sitting next to Georgia. But no, it's great. So looking forward to that. Everything they've dropped so far has been brilliant. And then I've pre-ordered the album for the band that I work with because it's supportive.
That's what you do, right?
That's what you do. It's on limited 100 white vinyl. So yeah.
But it's funny, just on that, like it's a theory I've had recently where like you use the word support there. And I think there's a comparison between like supporting a band and supporting your football team.
Yeah.
When you support your football team, you go to the games, you buy the fucking t-shirt, you buy the program, you support your team.
Yeah.
And I think for low-level indie bands, you've got to support your local indie band as well. You've got to get off the sofa.
Support your local vinyl
merch,
slinger.
You've got to buy their vinyl.
Absolutely.
And I think, like for me, a band like Spectre is a band who I consider myself. I support Spectre.
You've been a big supporter for many years.
Well, this with Oasis, or even the Maccabees, they'll be fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they'll be all right.
They'll be fine.
Yeah.
But like a lower level band, or the bands you're looking after, Big Long Sun, you've got
Please
to support
buy their stuff. Please buy their stuff.
You do that. If you want to hear music from them, well, it doesn't come from the sky. You've got to support that band.
Big Long Sun actually, they actually make their own merch. So they're in the interests of being sustainable, and also because they're skint, they're buying loads of. They go to charity. They're sort of talking to charity shops. When stuff comes in like loads of white t-shirts or loads of black t-shirts or varying sizes, they'll keep them aside and they buy them as a job lot.
Right.
And then they live down in Brighton, so there's lots of people with screen printing and arts and crafts stuff around, so they've got access to a screen printer, and they've just gone off and made all their own. I mean, we'll try and keep that going for as long as we can. I think we'll always have some sort of organic merch on them, organic, but made themselves, homemade merch on the merch stand. But at the minute, it is like managing a sweatshop. I might start getting them stitching footballs next and see what else I can do.
Well, if people needed another reason to support the local indie band,
that's it.
Yeah. That's class.
No, it's really good. I'm really pleased that they've got that ethos. It's just whether or not you can actually keep up to demand. Sure. Whereas as a man that takes an XL, there's not often a t-shirt for me. So yeah, but that's good. That's good. Really good.
You mentioned earlier about an album you listened to, which I've not heard yet, John.
Oh, yes.
Tell me about Fucker's new album, please.
Yeah, how are we saying?
We're saying Fuckers.
We're saying Fuckers.
Yeah.
That's rude.
It is rude,
Isn't
John.
that naughty? I like that. Anyway, so Fuckers. Yeah, they're brilliant.
Oh, that sound a bit more...
Did it sound worse when I said it?
I did sound a bit more venom on that, I think, John.
Fuckers. Anyway... FC UKers.
I didn't like that either. Go back to Fuckers.
So Fuckers. It's brilliant. The album's just come out on Ninja Tune. I think it came out last week. Or this week.
Today. No, yesterday.
Yesterday. There you go. It's amazing. I listened to it this morning. it's very sort of late 90s, early noughties sort of
big beat,
dance,
Fatboy Slim sounding.
Yeah,
isn't it?
and it's brilliant. It's very much for fans of Confidence Man, I would say.
Yeah, 100%.
I don't know. I've not seen them live yet, but they're on a few lineups this summer, so I'm looking forward to that. Feels very New York, but then
Very New York.
equally, the they wouldn't go amiss on a European dance floor. Not that I claim to be on those very often, but.
But I've seen a few documentaries on BBC4.
I thought about queuing up for Berghain a couple of times.
It's funny. No, I really, really, really like that band.
Yeah.
They're so fun, and like it's good to have a bit of hedonism in music nowadays.
I love
like
a bit of
proper party
hedonism.
music.
Yeah.
So they're unbelievably cool and trendy. And so New York and like so underwhelmed by everything.
Yeah.
It's so like above it all.
Exactly.
It's cool.
Yeah. There's definitely cigarettes on their rider.
Absolutely. So yeah, we're pro fuckers on this podcast.
Yeah, absolutely. And you got to listen to the album. I'm sure you will later on today.
Can't wait.
It's really fun. And yeah, really, really good. I would thoroughly recommend everyone to pick up a copy of Fucker's album.
Pick up a fucker. So that's good. I've listened to a couple of albums this month, as I often do. It's what I do. But there's been a few standouts. I don't know if should we save this for the Great Escape one? Maybe not, actually.
What's that?
A band called Chinese American Bear.
I think no. Let's do this down. We can let it lead into the Great Escape one. Why not?
We'll lead forward then, basically. But there's a band called Chinese American Bear that are playing Great Escape, and I have really, really enjoyed their 2024 album.
I've never heard of them, so
we'll save that for the Great Escape podcast.
We'll do that,
John,
but
so
yeah,
listeners, stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
But there was the Help War Child album that came out this month.
Yes, yeah. Do you know what? I was listening to just this morning. Actually, I was listening to. I'm glad you mentioned that. I was listening to a podcast by Catherine Marks, who is Catherine Marks is the producer. So she produced this record.
All right.
She also produced
With James Ford, though, right?
So James Ford couldn't. There was a couple. I think James Ford could only do part of it, and then she filled in some of the gaps.
Class.
So I think James was unwell.
Very much so.
So she had to fill in some of the gaps with him. She produced Foal's first album. So she's quite a.
It's probably not a big like household name. There's not enough female producers out there.
Well,
so how I'm not aware.
Do you know
of
what this podcast was actually talking about? It was the Money Trench podcast, and they were talking about how she's not necessarily she's got a Grammy. She's done a lot of stuff. Catherine Marks is she's a big player in the game. She's a great producer. Definitely look up her stuff. So I think she did. Did she do? Was it Holy? Maybe she did Holy Fire actually. I'm trying to think what was the.
There's James Ford done their first album now.
So it's Holy Fire she did. Yeah, so it's Holy Fire.
Better album.
But there you go. Yeah. And actually, that will bring me into the Great Escape actually, because one of the best gigs I saw at the Great Escape was Foals. So we'll save that for the pod for the later one. But
what are your favourite tracks on it then? It's not, given the theme of the album, of course, it's not a party album. It's pretty far from the fuckers.
Yeah,
as it should be.
I've only listened to it in passing, to be honest. I haven't listened to the whole thing. How about you?
Yeah, I mean, it's not necessarily like something you go back to too often. There's some beautiful music on there, but because of the theme of the album and war-affected children. Yeah, it's not a laugh a minute. No. I would say the Arctic Monkey song is undoubtedly the strongest song on there. It's phenomenal, and I think the rest of them don't. That's a fairly high energy song, that one, and the rest of the songs on the album aren't really. Yeah. There's a song by Young Fathers which is phenomenal. Yeah, and feels very in the wheelhouse of what they normally do anyway. Mm-hmm. I think everyone else is trying to do something a bit different and a bit more, lower tempo. Yeah. There's the Olivia Rodrigo song on there which is really, really good. Really beautiful track. There is the Cameron Winter song, which is really weird. Yeah. But really good. I'm into Geese, John. I don't know if I mentioned it. I'm a Geese guy.
Oh, no.
That was nice. I enjoyed that. And then the Wet Leg song, which is pretty good. And yeah, it's well worth a listen. And obviously support War Child, obviously. Absolutely. And then the other one really is Gorillaz album.
Oh, I haven't listened to that yet.
It's genuinely great.
Is it?
Really, really great. It's I don't know if you know this, right? With Darren Albarn. Yeah. He's well into some mad stuff.
He used to be in Blur, right?
Let me check that. How do you spell Albarn? 1 second. Oh, he was in Blur.
He was in Blur.
He was in Blur the whole time.
Who would have thought?
Yeah, but no, it's really, really good, that album. And there's a few guest appearances on it. Yeah. From the grave.
From the grave?
Yeah.
I mean, he loves a hologram. He loves holograms.
Well, I was quite enjoying the album. Going, okay, this is good. I've heard some geezer waffling on, being all ranting. I was going, who the fuck? Sounds like Marky Smith, but he's been dead for years now.
Oh,
they got him from the grave,
he dug
from
him
the
up.
archive.
Digitally dug him up. Nice.
A digital Marky Smith dig up.
Wow,
what a sentence. Yeah, so that's really good. I think Bobby Womack as well. I think he's on there from the grave as well.
Wow, Womack and Womack.
So yeah, really good. You know, I think probably the most consistent album of theirs for a long time, I'd say. So
yeah, that's good.
Gorillaz album's good.
Excellent.
James Blake's album. You a James Blake guy?
I've seen a couple. I like a little bit of James Blake.
Sure.
I haven't listened to the album though. The only thing I saw about it was I just saw loads of. He's married to.
What's her name?
Jamila Jamil.
Jamila Jamil.
Is that how you say her name? Yeah,
Jamila Jamil. You nailed it, John.
I did it. There was a load of gushing posts about how wonderful and supportive she was during the record, which I was like, oh, that is cute, but. Now I'm worried what it sounds like. What does it sound like?
Well, it sounds like a James Blake album.
Okay, great.
It's really, it's soppy in points, but then like full of heart and emotion and danceable in places.
Oh, really?
I've always wondered. I've never seen James Blake live, and I always imagined like.
Is he on Latitude? I feel like he'd be on Latitude. That feels like a Latitude. It'd fit on Latitude. Yeah. Ed, if you've not put him on Latitude, give him a ring.
Come on, Ed. But yeah, I've always wanted to like see him live because it's like some of it's really quite dancey and some of it's really stripped back.
Yeah.
And I feel like people at a festival would just start talking through the quiet bits.
Do you know what? That's funny you say that, actually, because... So there's a band called Little Grandad, who I think are... You got to check them out, Bill. So they're one of the new hot things, I think. They're going to absolutely smash it. Steve and Max are a huge fan. Same management as Dove Ellis, who we spoke about the last time. They're supporting... Every man and his dog. They're all over the place. They actually, who they were at the Forum last night. They were, they supported Geese.
Geese? That's what I was going to mention.
Yeah.
Did you watch? No, Westside Cowboy supported Geese.
Oh, Westside Cowboy supported Geese.
That's what I meant to mention.
So, but they're up there with West. They're almost on. They're not quite on Westside Cowboy levels of buzz, but they're getting that way. A Little Grandad, but they've got a lot of beautiful harmonies. They've got a lot of delicate moments, and I'm just worried that people are going to talk over it. I just think because people do talk over.
Particularly at festivals. Particularly at festivals.
We're both chatty. We don't shut the fuck up. Some silly bastards has put a microphone in front of us. But we don't shut the fuck up. But when it comes to that sort of thing, I do feel for the artists on stage. I'm like, oh, come on. I'm not going to be one of those people that turns around. I mean, Sinead is. She definitely turns around and goes, "People, shut up! She's singing." And I'm just thinking, oh, God.
She's pouring her heart out here.
Yeah, please don't do that. But equally, it's a bit tricky sometimes, and I think and I hope that I suppose that happens as bands get bigger. But yeah, that's what Westside Cowboy like.
Oh my God, John,
good.
I cannot believe how good they were.
Oh really?
That last EP of theirs was fucking phenomenal. But like it just to get both those bands on that same bill, I just felt like you're watching the.
Did we tip them at Christmas?
Maybe
we didn't.
I don't think we did,
Oh, well, we missed a trick there, didn't we? Oh, never mind.
Well, I can go back and edit.
We're tipping them now.
Go back and edit.
They're everywhere as well. They're playing on.
That. They just announced yesterday, Kentish Town in November.
Yeah, I know. That's amazing. That's big.
They haven't even announced the album yet, have they? I imagine that'll come out between now and then.
Yeah, I imagine so. Yeah.
But no, I mean, honest to God, absolutely phenomenal. It's probably about 2 or 3 songs I wasn't familiar with on the set list. Shocker. They're fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
And it was just like really... It's almost like a geeky Strokes, is what I think.
Yeah, geek Strokes. I like that.
Strokes. Bit like... It's almost if Graham Coxon was in the Strokes. Big if, isn't it? Big if. And the drummer was out of this world.
Yeah.
We were sitting on the balcony, sort of looked down, and it was like, I couldn't believe this octopus that was down there. It was amazing. And I don't know her name, but there's the woman that plays bass. Her harmonies fucking elevate these songs in a massive way. She's got such a great voice, and they've got great chemistry, great songs. They play songs a million miles an hour.
Yeah,
I'm so excited to watch
great.
them again. It's annoying because they played 3 festivals last year that I was at, and I missed them 3 times.
Yeah, I saw them at the Great Escape. I saw them at the Great Escape last year. It was absolutely. I think I had to get there about half, and luckily I was just outside the venue when the last band were pouring out, or the last crowd were pouring out, and I saw a load of my mates out the front, and I was like, oh, what are you guys doing? And they were like, oh, Westside Cowboy are on here in like 45 minutes, but we're going to go in and get in there now because I don't think we'll get in. So I'm glad we did that. Oh,
read what I've written here.
Possibly the best new band in the world right now. There's close to zero chance of squeezing into whatever venue they're playing. There you go.
So that's me premonitioning for their appearance at the Great Escape.
Your words coming out of my mouth. There you go.
Hey, look at us. It's like we could finish each other's sandwiches.
Dinners. Oh, yeah.
Good.
We both went for the
Good
same
try.
joke,
Good
but in
try.
different... Yeah, nice.
Chemistry's gone. Anything we've missed, John? Any thoughts, feelings, emotions from the month that we've not touched on?
Well, no doubt, as soon as I put this microphone down, I'll think of something. But in the meantime, I think I'm quite happy.
Quite happy with that?
I'm happy with that.
Good performance, I think. I don't know about you, but I've actually not got anything lined up for next month, I don't think. So have you got much on in April, John?
With April, I've got the start of the aforementioned World News Tour. So they're going all around UK next month. So I'll be darting about to see as many of those shows as I can. Next week, actually, 4th of April, I've got another one of my all-dayers at the Notting Hill Arts Club.
Right. Who else is playing that, John?
So I've got the headliners. I've got a band called Sterling Press, who are West London. They're from Acton sort of way, I think. And then I've got a band called Toast Club.
Oh, I listened to them today.
So Toast
They were
Club,
great.
They're great.
They're
Toast
great.
Club is actually Tommy from Piri and Tommy. Piri, friend of the pod.
wow.
And Tommy has started this new project, and it's very sort of yacht rocky.
Oh, big time.
Very
Steely Dan.
Very,
what I heard.
yeah. There's a bit of that going on. So they're playing.
That's Tommy. Wow.
Yeah, that's Tommy.
Okay.
So they're playing for me next week. Then I've got a band called Salarymen, who are great. They're from Australia. They've recently really
Look at Australian bands, don't you?
I love Australian bands, so yeah. So I put it. So they're playing for me next week as well. And then I've got a band called LYF Aquatic, the LYF Aquatic Band. Yeah. So they're coming down from Leeds. They're great. Then a band called This Is a Fever. It's probably they've been on tour with Anthony Schmerich.
Oh, wow.
So they've told me this. I was about to say it was one of their first shows, but it's not. It's a lie. They've been on tour with Anthony Schmerich, and now they're going to come play for me, which is great.
John, I can't miss that.
You got to come down, and then
the
the opener is a guy called Maximilian, who is the drummer in Big Long Sun, but he also has his own solo career, and he is fantastic. Really beautiful, delicate acoustic music.
Don't talk over it, you fucking cunts.
Yeah, don't fucking talk over it. He's also playing the Great Escape separately, so I am going to have a very busy weekend.
Well, that was great, John. I've been William Hann. He's been John Harbison. That was March. And this has been This Album.
Woo! Hooray! Good to be back.
Get in there.